Previously, on the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. The north of Faerun finds itself embroiled in chaos, as the long benign cult of the dragon has recently made a resurgence, and is actively pillaging nearby lands at the behest of 7 Sajarin, who is attempting to gather 5 dragon masks to release Tiamat from her prison in the 9 Hells. Meanwhile, 4 novice adventurers journey to the town of Greenest as caravan guards for the belligerent Nub McGrub. During said journey, they came to know Nub's bodyguard, Sebastian Crenshaw, and the reserved Marlowe Duskwood, who did their best to make the group feel welcome, despite Nub's foul temperament and overt self-interest. When the party reached their destination, they were greeted by the sight of a blue dragon that circled ominously over the town. Sensing the plight below, the party ventured further in, and soon arrived at Greenest Keep, where they became acquainted with Governor Naito and Castilian, who proceeded to explain that since the start of the attack 5 hours ago, no civilians had managed to make their way to the safety of the fortress, and thus the pair urged the party to lead the rescue effort in the governor's stead, and to save as many people as they could. The group soon encountered a convoy, and devised a plan of attack, which was mostly successful, but a moment of hesitation on Delaman's part almost cost the party the element of surprise. As a guard scream threatened to bring a pack of ambush drakes, the party made a quick escape, and narrowly evaded their pursuers, bringing the people back to safety, much to the delight of the governor. The party set out once more to a nearby temple. However, this time, their rescue efforts would not go so smoothly, as the party became engaged with myriad combatants, and were put under additional pressure by a wandering patrol that threatened to overwhelm them should they become involved in the battle. Although after managing to get inside and eventually calm the civilians down, the party made a quick escape, just as the Horde broke through the door, and prevented any further harm from coming to the townsfolk. And now we return as the Tyranny of Dragons continues.
I just love that little music trail off at end.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice bit of music for the intro.
It is.
I think it is actually a track used in Doom's campaign as well, but I don't remember if I pitch shifted it down just very slightly to distinguish
Possibly.
it. Yeah, I think I did it by half a semitone.
Anyway. I don't like this music.
It's really unnerving and creepy like. Anyway, we're back once again with Hoard of the Dragon Queen, joined by DoomPema Elf and Zach. So interesting times last time, I'd say. That encounter definitely was a lot more eventful than I was bargaining for. But okay, so sorry, go ahead.
But we scraped by.
But you did scrape by. You
definitely.
It could have been a lot worse.
It really could have been a lot worse, but not. But you really, like.
Sock smash puny foes.
Anyway, I could probably just talk about the last session for probably the entirety of this, for the entirety of what we're going, because it's going to be a shorter session tonight, isn't it?
Possibly, yes.
What time do we need to finish by? Just so I can set my alarm now.
About an hour and a half?
About an hour and a half.
1 to hour and a half.
About 6 hours? Okay.
So about an hour. Okay, I'll set my alarm. So about 11 o'clock our time?
Yes.
Okay,
being serious, I could go for about, I'm going to say 8 hours, but then I need to leave for work.
Not enough material, sorry, bro. Not for 8 hours, not yet. But anyway, sorry, digress.
Well, I probably could, but then Monday will be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a true test of my improv skills, because I would have run out of material by that point. But anyway, let's get into today's material. So, you guys just came away from the temple. I didn't really have a chance to say how many people you brought out last time, but when we go over to another map in just a minute, I'd say you've got about 45 people with you. There were quite a few holding up in that temple.
How are they looking? Are any of them hurt, and or are they mostly
Mostly unharmed. I think I mentioned last time that the kobolds by the back door may have been starting a fire, so it might have been similar to what you saw with the Korean near the beginning of Green Nest, where they were trying to smoke them out. But no, these town people, they're scared and unnerved, but otherwise fine, as far as you can tell.
So,
I don't like how you said that.
so as far as I'm aware, the person needing healing the most right now is Marlowe.
Yeah. Marlowe is quite conspicuously beat up.
And since he was walking next to me, I'm going to walk, or like we were walking together at the end of last session, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys are all together, so I could say that
yes,
you're...
I will walk up to him and put my arm on his my hand on his arm and cast Cure Wounds.
Alright, awesome. Okay, awesome. So just make the roll for how much healing you do. Okay, what was...
We've got your setting screen again, by the way.
Apologies, there you go. Thank you. 5 healing, okay. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, as Marlowe feels the healing energy to vitalize his body, he just grunts slightly and just, thank you for that. That was rather more than I expected to come across there, actually. Are you holding up okay, Gwen?
I'm fine, thank you, Marlowe, dear.
Yeah, he doesn't really say much more, he's just kind of holding his arms still, just feeling tired from the last battle. Okay, are you guys doing anything else? So, I'd say that you've gone away from the temple. The patrol that was following you before, I think, were distracted enough with just trying to get into the temple that they're not after you guys. So, for the moment, you just kind of... I'd say you've crossed the river and gone into the thickets again, so you kind of obscured where you are. What does anyone else want to do?
I'd say I catch the healing just at the corner of my eye, and then I'd like to go over towards Gwen. The vials you were given earlier, what were they, healing potions?
Yep, 2 regular healing potions.
Would you be able to spare one?
Yes, and I will give Arthur one of the potions.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
Is it minor healing?
Regular.
Nope, just regular healing potion, Arthur.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you're adding that now so you can roll it.
I'm not going to roll it yet.
You're just going to take it?
Just hold it, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, anybody else?
No, I'm good.
I'm going to sidle up to the group and... I don't know about you, but these fights have taken a lot out of me. I would advise not getting in more.
Little man not even hit. I said poking him, but it's like over his head where I'm pointing.
My magic takes the toll on the mind, not the body.
Zoc just scratches his head trying to think about that. Zoc have headache.
We stick to the shore, we should be able to avoid most of the combat again. Hopefully.
Okay.
I'll take the lead. Space yourselves out as best you can. Make sure people don't wander. And with that, I'm going off towards the head of where people are.
Okay, I would probably say that the civilians are all standing behind your group. Just, for some reason, they feel that danger is going to come from the front. They're not really situationally aware, they're just kind of staying behind you instinctively.
Oh, okay.
Zoc stay in middle. Zoc protect both side.
We were saying last time that Arthur at that point was leading the group and Gwen and Mal were at the back. But can move to the front of the civilians.
Okay.
I'll be at the front with Arthur.
Alright. Okay, so I assume you guys move on?
Oh yeah. Whilst moving, I'd like to start down to Delamain. Good thinking with the spells. You say Duras is back there.
I appreciate that. We now rely on your leadership.
Oh, let's see if I can lead us into an ambush then.
Preferably not one too large.
Marlowe will actually settle up at the side of you, Arthur, and say, I tried to help you back there, but I feel that perhaps so far I've been more a liability than a help.
Every extra spear is an extra spear.
I managed to take down 2 of them. I've never actually killed a man before.
I'll smile sadly at that. That wasn't a man. You did good. I put my hand on his shoulder.
Marlowe manages a nervous smile, I would say. He doesn't really know how to feel about what he's done. But you've calmed him down a bit.
With that, I'd say we're in the middle of moving through the thickets along the river.
Right. Okay. So how are you guys moving? Are you seeing me moving slowly?
Given we're not being chased, I would say so, yes.
Right, cool.
Not
Right.
well, sleep speed, so but the speed the civilians can easily keep up.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, when you get to about here, can one of you guys roll a perception check?
Give him. Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
nice. Right, okay, Gwen. So, as you're moving through the thicket, you sort of like, this is around the point where you tried listening last time. Something seems a little bit strange here. When you passed by through here before, you kind of heard a lot of screams and activity coming from the streets, but now everything seems silent, at least coming from the town. However, you do hear something coming from this direction here. Footsteps. Quite a lot of them. And very heavy.
I will try to move up to Arthur. And say, like, do you hear that?
Hear what?
We were. Didn't we hear more from the town on the way out?
I
said
stop
there
and
was
listen.
more noise. And now all of it seems to be at the crossroads. Where we found the Johnsons' home.
We might be marching on the keep.
Okay.
Was it from the north or the south?
Can't tell. But I think they're crossing the river. So they're just ahead of us. How can we avoid them?
Someone move up towards the road a bit further down south and see if they're further down that way. If not, we can cross, hopefully missing them. We can turn around about there-ish.
Okay, so you say that you guys are moving over here?
I'd say that somebody should try to stealth down that way.
Okay.
I look to someone else. Not particularly stealthy in this stuff. Anyone else good?
Up in the trees, I may have the advantage. Large one, help me up into the trees.
And
Directing
you
that question to
across
Zark.
the river,
Yep.
the trees?
Mm.
You need to go across the river. But
Oh, okay.
There-ish.
cross the river and get into the thicket there.
You want Zark to throw you a tree?
No, listen to what I say. Help me up. Climb the tree. Fool.
Not just staring blankly at Delham and scratching his head. What do you want Zark to do?
Lift me
Just
to
use
trees. Pointing the tree, trying to jump.
I'll look
Um,
towards the tree.
Vertically challenged.
Since Zark isn't helping
Yeah.
right now, Gwen will try to move up and try to lift down.
Okay, so you guys have moved across the river and you're lifting Delman up into the trees to try and get a better look at what's happening?
Yes, so he can get closer to the road. We're still by the river.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
on the other side and just inside.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, Delman, roll athletics with advantage due to your assistance from Gwen.
Oh, didn't even need the advantage, I don't think, if they show up.
I haven't seen the roll just yet.
17.
Yeah, you get up there, no problem. Okay, and now at the top of the tree, roll perception.
I'd like to cast minor illusion on myself to sort of blend into the tree, like cover myself, like make it look like I'm foliage, I guess. Blend into the trees.
Yeah, solid. Okay, yeah, I would say even with that. So as you get up to the top of the trees, you can see quite clearly what the source of this noise is. It is a procession, a very long procession of ambush drakes and giant lizards, ridden by guards, cultists, and kobolds alike. All of them have crates in the back, and they all seem to be marching away from Greenest.
Are they marching down this road?
So they're marching. Yep. So they're marching this way out of the town. So where are you looking? Are you looking straight ahead of you, or are you trying to look off to the sides to see what's going on at the crossroads or over here?
Oh, I thought the noise was coming from up this way.
Well, sort of with Gwen's check, she could sort of vaguely hear, because there's quite a lot of them that are also ambush drakes. You could surmise back here as well. I just said that you could hear a lot of footsteps. So this is the source of the sound. So are you just looking? Are you looking sort of like both ways? Or are you just looking like straight ahead to see the drakes?
Yeah, I want to check first to the front of the column to make sure they are leaving town.
Yep.
And then to the back of the column to see if there are any stragglers.
Fine. Okay.
Searching any streets.
So the front of the column, yeah, they are just marching out of town. They're not paying any heed to the surroundings. They're not going off any offshoots. They are literally, it's a straight march out of Greenest. They don't appear to be moving with any great haste either, so it's not as if this is a retreat as such. As you look towards the back of the column, I would say that you rolled just high enough that you noticed another one of these cultists, the one that can't remember who fought them at the temple, like one of the cultists with the scimitar, and it was you. You also see a slim-built woman with cropped black hair, wearing a purple robe, much like the one you saw the half dragonborn dude wear a couple of sessions ago. They appear to be having a conversation. They just kind of seem to be stood off a little bit to the sides.
Am I close enough to overhear that?
Can you show me whereabouts you climbed?
Oh, I guess if we went straight across the river, then
It would have been there.
So it would have been
that square. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You could have climbed through the trees. From the point where I lifted you up back there, so I would be hidden, and the rest of the group would be hidden. Doesn't mean you have to stay there. Did you move?
I guess I would have had to move to like this square to be able to see.
So you would. So you kind of more about the. Okay, yeah. If you want to hear, because of the background noise from the drakes, I'm going to say that if you want to hear what they're talking about, you're going to have to move closer. Because bearing in mind you are quite a distance away here, probably. Although then again, you're about 100 foot or so. You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Right. So as you're kind of looking around the back of the column, you see these two figures and they're having a conversation. It's a little bit faint, but you can make out the gist of what they're saying. So the conversation goes like this. So the woman can be heard saying, "Well, all things considered, I would say this night has been quite the success." The cultist dude then goes, "Indeed, Tiamat be praised." The woman rolls her eyes a little bit at this comment. She's heard this a lot today. Androsa and Rama have provided us with mixed results, but nothing of note has been lost. Okay, and as she says this, she appears to hold her hand out. Delman, you can't see what this is because of the angle that you're viewing this conversation from, but you can see that she's kind of like moving her arm forward to give something to this guy. Okay, you then hear her say,
You are to deliver this to either Rama or Langdrosa in 2 hours. They will know what to do with it. The cultist nods and he accepts or whatever they were just given. And the woman then gets on the back of one of the ambush drakes and she starts to ride forward as well. And I would say, unless you hold position after about a minute, she's out of your sight, Delman.
I'm just going to stay above in the trees.
Okay.
Illusioned.
So after she's out of earshot, you just hear the cultists say, "Continue the exodus and take all you can. We shall return later for whatever remains. All for the great Hoard!" And then you just hear the guards and some cultists sort of like pump their fists up in the air. Yeah, cult solidarity, and yeah, that's about it from him.
For the Alliance.
Pretty much, yeah, for the Hoard. Yeah. Hey, that's actually in the book. I'm not ripping this up. Actually, no, this conversation isn't, but this is something that the cultists apparently like to say. So, yeah, so what do you guys do now? The procession is just continuing. This lady's gone out of sight.
Waiting for Delman.
You just wait.
Is anyone below, nearby me in the trees below?
When you say
I'm still over here with everybody else, with the survivors. I didn't move close because of my armor.
Also stayed back with the survivors, with the group, protecting civilians and staying back.
Okay, I want to move back towards them a little bit, and if it can be used this way, I'd like to cast Prestidigitation to write a little message on the tree below me. It does say I can make a colour, small mark, or symbol appear on an object or surface. I don't know if you're including writing in that.
Small mark writing.
Say. Yeah, I'll
Does it? Probably gives you a size, doesn't it? But yes, it's fitting.
You're limited to single.
It's 10-foot range.
I meaning
like
the writing
doesn't say. Just says colour, small mark, or symbol for an hour.
Maybe just have it limited to 1 or 2 words.
I'd probably say that's fair.
I'll just write hold position on it. On the tree, see if one of these can spot what it says.
I'll probably say I've been keeping my eye open, so you want me to roll perception, see if I see it?
Oh, sorry. I apologize. For some reason, I thought you were talking to someone else. If you're trying to see that specifically, yeah, from the distance you are, I'd say roll perception. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, you can see what it says. It's a little bit difficult to see if Delman's handwriting isn't the best, but yeah.
Okay, I'll just simply pass that on to everyone around me then.
You try writing with your mind.
Hey, I can't write very well.
Don't you know how hands work? That is literally what you do.
Yeah, mine don't work so well. Anyway, you guys are holding position then in that case.
Yes, we are.
Right, Arthur, Gwen, I assume you go over to rejoin the group?
I never left the group, I was with it.
Oh, sorry, sorry, Delman and Gwen, I beg your pardon, sorry.
I went back to the group immediately. Like,
okay.
Arthur up, sorry, I helped Delman up into the tree and directly went back with Arthur and looked around the civilians, keeping an eye out around them.
I think it's because I'm using Arthur's token to represent the overlord that I keep thinking it's you rather than another character. Right, Delman, are you holding position or are you going to go back to the group?
I want to hold until I see, so at least I see the end of the column coming my way.
Okay, how long do you wait?
So I know that. I'll wait another minute. See where we're at.
Okay, wait another minute. The procession is still moving. Do you continue waiting?
No, I'm on my way back to the group, still with the minor illusion on me.
Okay.
Don't know if that helps with stuff.
Oh wait, it is static for the minor illusion. So you'd have to keep casting it.
Oh yeah, I was mostly sat in one spot, so I just kept.
I mean, when you said you're moving.
Okay, so you said you stay up there for a minute, and when you saw that they weren't stopping you, go back down to the group. Is that what you said? Sorry, Delman.
Yeah, I'll head back.
Okay, cool. What does the group do in that case? Do you hold position, or do you want to risk moving forward?
I would like to ask Dalman what he saw. Like,
It looks like they're moving out of town. They could be retreating. They merely just had their fill. But from what I can
retreating?
see,
Like, was it? How ordered were they?
they're moving out in a column, a march.
Arthur, you're the one with battle experience. Does moving out in a column sound like a retreat?
It sounds more like they've
That's what they
simply
wanted.
won. They've got what they wanted. How far up the street were they? That you could see the column moving.
As far as I could see,
To about here, I would say.
I could see them all the way back to the stream. I dared not move closer.
Mm.
The street.
We hook around the west side of the town. We might be able to come in from on top and come back around to the keep. We couldn't risk cutting across.
It could be bare at this stage, yes.
Guys, as you sort of continue this conversation, hear something clatter down the river. I'd say about this position here, and you hear the cultist from earlier shout something, but it's a little bit indistinct from where you guys are.
I'll snap up at that and immediately. I guess I'm still up in a tree, just relaying this information down. I'll snap to that sound and immediately cast Minor Illusion again on myself in the tree.
Oh, so you're still in the tree, okay.
I'm going to gesture for all the civilians to move back a bit. Say, get them to move at least another space along.
Okay, so, Delman, do you look towards the source of that sound?
Yes.
Right, okay, so as you look to the source of the sound, you can see that actually at this point in the time that you guys have been discussing things, all the other ambush drakes are gone, bar one. It would seem that this ambush drake has dropped its cargo down there, and you can see that the cultist and the sort of an kobold are having an argument basically at the moment. And you can see that the cultist is kind of like down the river a little bit, so the cultist is kind of standing next to the crate. Could you roll perception for me? Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice, really nice.
You see everything.
Okay, so you notice sort of as he steps down, he has something rather conspicuous on his belt, just kind of like hanging from there. You didn't see this object on him before the conversation with this lady in purple, so you make probably a rather reasonable assumption that this is the object that she handed over to him.
Do I see what the object is?
It appears to be some sort of rune. As to what it does exactly, you're not sure. But you think back to the conversation and you feel that, yeah, this is of some value. Okay. And these guys are just arguing.
Alright, I like to dispel my minor illusion so they can see me and shout down. They have something. We should not let them keep it. They have plans. Some sort of rune. I could not make out the inscription.
It's Arkotak.
I
see
heard,
looking up.
I overheard they have plans for it in a couple of hours. I suggest we do not let them keep it.
That's a denial. Everyone get anything range you have, we'll hit them at once. How many?
So I've got one javelin left.
From what I saw, 3. One of the dragon kinfolk, one human from what I assume behind the mask, and one of the drakes. If the column has gone, there may not be much of a problem. Can I listen back to see if the column has passed on, if these are just some stragglers?
Okay, so as I said, no. So like, there's no stragglers after the ambush Drake that is currently a part of this conversation. The only guys who are down there right now are an ambush Drake, a kobold, and this cultist.
Okay, so the column's moved on, and these are just all that's left.
Yeah, I mean, I will have to update the map slightly when we go, so just ignore any extra characters who are there. So
I've got my crossbow out then in that case. I'm starting to move up the river towards where Delman indicated they were.
yeah, I'm just gonna move you to this map now.
Are you gonna cast Produce Flame on my hand?
So I'm just going to
Cast it.
just get these guys off a second.
Ready.
So right. Okay, I know the formation is a little bit different from what you guys were saying, but yeah, there you go. Right. Okay, so
Can I move myself across the river in the trees where I was?
if you wish to, yes.
I'd say I think I was about there.
I was kind of waiting for the map to come on and blurry, but that's just the picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just zoomed in, yeah.
Yeah, don't mind.
Ah,
the
looking
giant-
up.
Oh, no!
giant kobold doesn't exist. It can't hurt you. Sorry.
Yes, it can.
Okay. Yeah. So
Before we pick up, I'll turn to civilians, or at least the civilians closest to me, and say, "Stay back for a moment. Try to stay quiet. Keep an eye out, but try to stay as quiet as you can."
Okie dokie. I've got
and
my.
with that, start moving towards the fight. The group, pulling out there, staying behind Arthur.
okay.
Looking at these, I've got my crossbow out ready. I've got it trained on the cultist.
You got trained on the cultist. Cool.
I'm waiting with my javelin for when Arthur fires to throw it as well.
Okay. Marlowe is going to saddle up at the side of you, Arthur. He's going to draw his longbow. He's looking forward, like he just says. If it's all the same to you, I'll fire on your signal.
Right. I look
Incidentally,
towards everyone, looking for nods to make sure everyone's ready.
yeah, incidentally, just to clarify, this map is the scale.
Okie dokie.
Can I move up a little closer while in the trees?
As I say, these guys are distracted, so yeah, do whatever.
I'd like to get to there.
Awesome. Okay, so who is making the first move?
I've raised my crossbow and I'm going to fire straight at the cultist.
Okay, roll to hit.
Do I get advantage given they're distracted?
Yeah, they're not aware of you.
Yeah. See the initial one.
Yeah. Hey, try and get that. Oh no, that is not a crit, but you do hit.
I'd like to go after him after the shot and cast Frostbite on that cultist.
I got max damage on him at least.
Okay. Right. So, I mean, I'm going to give you guys a surprise round, basically, if you're kind of timing your attacks one after the other.
I would like to try and run up and be beside that small building. So
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, I
corner,
mean, as I said, you
kind of
guys...
pop in behind that, peek around the corner and throw a flame at him.
Okay. So, at the same target, yeah.
You're about here, but like on the corner of the building.
Sort of... So you're throwing it at the building, did you say?
No, she's on the corner of the building.
Oh, no, sorry.
On the corner.
I apologize,
I'm on
sorry.
the corner of the building, so
Yeah.
just... But I can't move the token to exactly the position, I mean.
No, it's
that's
okay,
what I'm
I
explaining
understand. So...
And from there, going to, like, I did the produce flame, I'm going to try to throw it also at the cultist.
So you've thrown at the cultist, yeah?
Also, I just like to say it bugs me that my tokens don't fit in the center.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Or maybe I
Yeah,
don't.
bug.
Oh, wow.
The flames just kind of flicker in your hand for a moment and then they just fizzle out. Fortunately, on this occasion. Okay, so Adam, did you say you wanted to do
Yeah, I'm going to do Frostbite. It's the con save.
yeah, I always need to double check. Con save 12, isn't it?
Yes, my DC 12.
Let me just check what this guy's con is. Okay, it's just +1. Okay. Is it going to remember my... No, of course it doesn't remember my D20 plus 1. Why would it? Yeah, he isn't beaten that. Good to see him on form tonight. Okay, what are your damage?
Another 4 damage to him.
Alright. Were you holding action to do your hand axe, Zach?
I've only got 1 javelin left.
Or javelin, even? So...
I'd like to move forward to there, then toss it at him.
Alright, roll to hit.
10.
10 does not hit, unfortunately. Okay, and I think Marlowe is going to fire with his short bow. Sorry, short bow? Long bow, beg your pardon. 16, beats it actually.
No.
What?
They're good to know.
Hey, I have to say. Okay,
You don't.
so 3 damage. Oh, that is literally exactly full. Okay,
Nice.
so just to say out, so you guys in a flawless coordinated attack, yeah, sort of shooting arrows. Gwen creates a nightlight. Delamain sort of like chills this guy's legs, and then Arthur throws a javelin. Unfortunately, just goes a little bit to the side. The kobold is scared witless, I should point out at this point.
Dark.
And sorry, Zach. No, I said Zach threw the javelin. Beg your pardon. Kobold scared witless, and Marlowe fired and struck the cultist through the neck. So yeah, they are very much dead. I'm actually going to say that the kobold isn't even going to try and fight you. It's just going to try and run away. So, do you guys want to take a reaction to do anything? Or are you going to let it escape?
Can I fire my crossbow again at it?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Yeah.
But after this, combat will begin.
Yeah.
Yep, you hit.
High damage, high damage, high damage.
He's dead.
Yep, it just goes through the side of his head, and the kobold is down as well.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I actually had to kill these characters before they even got to full initiative. Yikes. Okay, let me just go ahead and all that now. I mean, I have a feeling this is going to be quite brief.
Most likely, yeah.
Well, then,
It better be.
hey, I mean, you got a really good first strike. Good God. Okay.
Well,
We're not set up for extended combat.
Okay. Here's the initiative. So, start with Delman.
Okay.
So, the ambush drake isn't scared, it's just kind of looking around confused, but it knows generally where you guys are now. Would say that it's not high enough to be aware of Delman now. Actually, no, it would be because you just did frostbite. Ignore me.
Okay. All right, I'll just I'll bust out my sling and go shooting at this thing.
Okay, you're gonna shoot with your sling, you say.
Let me check the range on that. 30 feet, good.
30 feet for normal, and then 120.
ooh,
Crit,
nice.
baby.
Damn.
Okay, what did you get? Oh God, yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, you definitely hit, and you crit as well. So, yeah. So you'd roll your damage
Yeah.
dice twice.
I just did a flat
Nice.
D4, so there's no
Yep.
modifier. So 9 damage.
So 9 damage. Yep. So ambush drake is just looking around confused, and then you just shoot a couple of you shoot a rocket at it basically, and it hurts it more than it was expecting to. I'm guessing it really got caught off guard more than it thought. It's looking up towards you, and it's can't say it's best pleased.
Looking up.
Oh, is Delman still not in the trees?
I'm up in the tree, yeah.
Yeah, so I assume.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going with that. Okay, do you do anything else, Delman?
No, I want to lock eyes with it.
You want to stir this thing down.
Come get me.
Show who the true alpha is. Okay, and with that, it's Gwen's turn.
If it's pointing at me, it's not pointing at anyone else. I'm up a
Going
tree.
closer, next to where the cultist was,
Okay.
and use the fire again.
Use Produce Flame. Okay, what's a hit? 18 hits. For 5 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not giving this ambush drake a belly rub today. It's kind of like locking eyes with Delman, and then it kind of just feels heat coming from the side, and it kind of like moves its what would that be? Yeah, its right leg up, and it's still kind of locking eyes with Delman, but it's wanting to break eye contact a little bit on the account of that. But do you do anything else, Gwen?
No.
Okay.
Wisdom and my turn.
Okay. In that case, it is Marlowe's turn. Let me just check what range Marlowe is from here. Yeah, he should be fine. So he is going to take a long bow shot. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, he shoots an arrow and it just goes into the kobold. I'm guessing he's just still focused on that target.
What a kobold.
He just looks... He looks kind of pleased and also disappointed in himself. Looks to Arthur for approval, seeing that he's ignoring him, and has his turn. Okay. It is...
Yeah, 1 out of 2. Good job, lad.
It is the ambush drake's turn. Okay, so the ambush drake, being quite annoyed at Delman, is going to... let's see... Yeah, he isn't really going to be able to... He's going to be able to get to... In fact, does he have 40 feet an ambush drake? So best just double check that. No, 30 feet. Ah, shame. Okay, so he's going to go to here. I can't get it exactly on there. I'm just trying to think what this would be for his action. I think he's going to... As his action, he is going to try and climb the tree. Just wondering what check this would be for a monster. I'm guessing it would just be...
Athletics. Oh, would it be acrobatics, actually? I think acrobatics might be specifically be for climbing. Let me just double check for you.
I had to make an athletics check to climb a tree.
Yeah, incidentally, I'm not really sure what modifier I would give the ambush drake for this. I'll just roll with...
It's athletics.
Yeah, athletics. I think plus 3 would be about right. This is going to be rolled as Marlowe, but it is for the ambush drake.
I'm not sure how good drakes can climb. I think not well.
I mean, to be honest, I would say... Yeah, I might make that a +2. Yeah, it's not quite good enough. He's shaking the tree a little bit, worrying Delman, but no, he isn't. Yeah, isn't going to be able to get to you just yet, but yeah, he's probably going to try again next turn. He's pretty dead set on turning you into mulch. Okay.
Cool.
And with that, it is Zark's turn.
Could I use my dash action to like shoulder barge into him and move him away from the tree?
That would be a feat.
Because I think that would be combining dash with shove, because the shove is an action by itself, so no, I wouldn't allow you to do that, unfortunately.
Well, I will still need to use my dash action to make up the distance. I'd like to get in between the tree Delman's in and the ambush drake.
Yeah, because bear in mind, if you use the dash action, that is your action, so unless you've got...
I don't have any ranged weapons at the moment.
Right. But you do, unless you have a bonus action, you won't be able to attack, just to let you know.
That's fine.
Okay, so in that case, maybe you token up to there. So you kind of like, are you moving in front of the drake to basically bar his path from Delman?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that into account next turn then. Okay, so with that, it is Arthur's turn.
I'm going to move up to the edge of the river, and I'm going to fire another bolt into this big boy.
Alright, what's a hit? Yep, 16 hits. And it takes 7 damage. Right, so as you move up, you shoot the ambush drake. You shoot it into one of its hands, but you must have hit an artery because it's bleeding quite profusely, and it seems to be. Its expression is kind of becoming quite weary. You can tell that this creature is, running on its last legs.
Okay.
Okay, and with that, it is Delman's turn once again.
Okay. Is it still looking up at me, or is it shifted its focus elsewhere?
I would say for now it is still looking at you.
Didn't even know it's been charged in front of it.
Did you? I'm just trying to think if because it was actually on the tree, trying to climb it. So I wouldn't say that you could be stood right in front of it. You're probably a little bit off to the side of it.
Fair enough.
So you're in its peripheral
Okay.
vision, but it seems to be concentrated on Delman for the moment.
Okay. I'll throw my sling down right at it again. Or shoot my
Wait,
sling.
I was just about to say throw your sling.
Shoot my sling at it.
No. I'm out of stones, damn it.
Okay.
Well,
Unfortunately, this time, as you go to shoot your sling, it just petulantly knocks the rock away at the last moment. Its hand's still bleeding really badly. But yeah, it is really angry. Okay, do you do anything else?
feisty one. I'll back off into the trees. A little. Get away from it. Hop to another tree.
Okay, since when you say hop to another tree, are you jumping to another tree?
Unless there's one close enough to just climb to, yeah.
I
Hop
would
to another.
I would still say if you want to do that because you're in a tree at the moment, that's going to be. I would say maybe acrobatics because he's kind of moving from one tree to another here, Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll acrobatics, sorry.
10.
Okay. I'd probably say that you don't quite get to where you want to do. You're kind of trying to shift your weight to the other tree, and you almost lose your balance, but you manage to sort of grasp the tree again at the last moment. So unfortunately, you are still where you were. Right. Okay. Do you do anything else, or is that your turn?
No, that's me done.
Okay, it's now Gwen's turn.
I would like to move up. Can I stand over the fallen kobold?
Yeah, I mean, its body's just
About
on
there.
the ground. Yeah. Oh, I'll move the kobold out of the way.
It can be here. I mean, I can shoot over it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
you can shoot over it.
He's on the ground, so he's not in my way.
No, he's not in your way.
And I'm gonna try to see if he likes fire any better now.
I don't think you liked it before.
We'll see what happens this time.
You'll like it less, I think. Okay, what's it then? Okay, unfortunately, it doesn't quite take this time. I think the sheer fury it's feeling towards Delman allows it to shake it off. It didn't hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Okay, so in that case,
But at least he didn't set the forest on fire.
yeah, you just lit the
Who
embers.
burned the forest down?
Yeah, you just. Hey, I mean, if it was a critical fail, I might have considered it. So just bear that in mind.
I was expecting that, honestly. Like, it's gonna be a crit fail and a set of forest fire.
It's just
As a
sort of like the monsters who took our stuff and they burnt down our homes.
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
monsters.
yeah, terrible. Anyways, about how it was. Anyway, it's now Marlowe's turn. Unless there's anything else for you, Gwen.
No, I'm ending my turn.
All right, cool. Let me just see how far is it. Yeah, he isn't going to get there. Right. Mallow is just going to make another attack with his longbow. 18 hits. Oh, come on, roll damage.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, so Marlowe, feeling encouraged by Arthur's approval in the previous round, takes a deep breath, angles his bow, and he lets it fly, and it goes straight through the chin of the ambush drake, which causes it to lose its grip on the tree, and it falls backwards, and it's dead.
Zach wanted that one.
I'll turn to look at him. Good shot.
He blushes a little bit at this comment. This is the most compliments he's had for a while from someone who isn't Sebastian.
I'm like grumbling now. I wanted to kill that while I fetch my javelin that I missed through.
Walking over, I'm going to go straight for the cultist, assuming he was the one that was carrying the item. To look for it.
Yeah, okay. Well, to be fair, Arthur could probably tell you exactly where it is just because he saw it. So I would say that you don't really need to.
I mean, I go through his thing anyway.
Oh, you go through his things generally, fair enough.
As well.
And since Arsa is going for the cultist,
you want all
go
of his
for the
things.
kobold.
Of course.
Yes, I do.
Okay. On an 11, you find like the thing that Delman saw is pretty conspicuous is it's hooked to the back of his belt, but unfortunately not really much else of interest.
Oh well.
Okay.
So I'll pick that up and I'll look it over briefly.
Are you looking over the rune briefly?
Yes.
Okay, so looking over the rune, there's some markings on it which you don't really understand. I mean, how much have you dealt with the arcane?
Should I just roll Arcana?
Yeah.
Can I give him the help with that? I'll walk over and look at what he's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
A magical artifact.
Okay. Okay. All right. Wow.
23.
Yeah, you know exactly. Right. Okay. So you look over the stone for probably about a minute, and it seems to be a lot more intuitive than you might have thought. This stone seems to contain some sort of message. And, the stone basically has instructions inscribed onto the back of, how to trace your finger over the runes in order to play it.
There's a message on this. We should probably wait until we're back at the hall to play it, in case it's loud. I want to have a little look around just to make sure there's no sign of anything moving around us.
Yeah. I'd say perception again. As far as you know, everything seems still here. Probably the most still it's been since you've been in Greenest.
Is there any sign of the dragon in the sky?
So if you look towards the keep, going to say roll perception once again. If you're looking specifically for that.
I'll look up to the sky too. I've been doing that a lot at the dragon.
Okay, if you both are, I'll let you have that advantage. Go ahead. Wow, okay.
Nice.
At this angle, the dragon looks to be roughly where it was before, but nah, it's a little bit difficult to see here. You can't quite tell whether it's exactly where it was over the keep or whether it's moved a little bit to the side. Although, I will give you something. When you look down towards the general direction of the keep, you can tell that the group, sort of like the group that was around the front of the keep, they seem to have moved around a little bit, and there seems to be more of them now. That is conspicuous enough that even on a 10 you would notice that.
Right. We need to get these civilians inside. There's a lot of them outside, but it's got to be safer than leave them out here. At the very least, we could leave them in the tunnel.
May I have looked at the kobold while they were doing that?
Yeah.
Specifically, if he's carrying a knife. But also, like, generally, if there's anything else.
Okay, well, investigation for me then. Oh,
Nice.
nice. Okay, let me just get this. Ooh, that is actually. Let me just. Okay, I'll do. Alright, okay, so yes, Gwen, you indeed find a dagger on the kobold. You also notice a small pouch of coins kind of fastened to its belt that contains 11 silver pieces.
I would like to take both.
And you can do so.
Can I look in the cargo that fell?
Yeah, of course you can.
And I forgot about that.
14. Okay. Even under 14, it's kind of like the same stuff that you've seen in the past, like when the ambush drakes have been moving it. It's just kind of an assortment of expensive crockery. Probably worth somewhere towards the tune of 40 gold.
Huh.
Although it depends
So-
if you want to take this with you now or whether you want to leave it for retrieval later.
They sought riches, not uncommon of a dragon, its followers. Perhaps they could
What?
be for its hoard.
Would I be able to carry the stuff?
Zark, yeah, I would say you'd be able to carry the crate. Or obviously you wouldn't really be able to take reactions if you did so, if you come across anything else.
So take.
This was likely taken from the villagers. I'm sure whoever this belonged to will be glad to be reunited with it.
I'll pick it up then if she says that.
Can I try and pry a scale off this drake?
Yep. Roll survival if you want to do that.
12.
You don't quite manage it, unfortunately. It looks like you're about to take the scale off, but you just kind of like slash your knife just a little bit too early, and it's messed up.
So I've still got scales from earlier.
Hmm.
You never take.
Perhaps
Our
later.
character. What color are the scales of those drakes? Or are they different?
The ambush drakes that you've encountered so far all look the same. Let me just refer to the colour. They're kind of like a emerald brownish colour.
I've gone back over to the civilians. Just whisper to them, stay close, stay quiet. We need to move up, but as a big group.
Yeah, you can hear a little bit of whimpering coming from the civilians, but they're not making any noise. They just nod in acknowledgement, and they look at you expectantly to lead them.
Okay. With that, I'm starting to lead them back over towards where everyone else is.
Okay. So the civilians will just follow your
Yeah,
lead
yeah, yeah.
once you decide to move off. They're just holding position until they can see that you're moving away from the area.
Mm-hmm. We're going to move back to the well.
Lead the way.
Okay. Marlowe just turns around to the civilians and he kind of just motions with his head to say, "We're moving out." And
I would
okay.
basically take. Let's mark the actual route.
Yeah, I'm
say
going.
we go something like this.
I'm just going to move you back to the other map just so you can mark that clearly. Okay. Sorry, let me just refocus this. Okay.
I probably would have moved along like that, down there, and there, and then to the other side.
Okay. I'm just going to outright say you get back to the old tunnel without any issues.
Okay. With that,
Back to your over.
unlock it and start letting people down.
Okay.
I'd like to look to Delamain. Run on ahead. Let them know to open the door.
Will do. I do that.
Okay, so Delamain runs ahead, I assume, climbs up the ladder, just knocks on the door a few times. I'll just say that a guard notices, just opens the hatch for you and just says, Are you coming back in?
Yes, with company.
Oh, okay, I'll let Governor Naito know immediately. The guard moves away, and you guys can just feel free to come back into the keep as you please.
Right, I want to...
Arthur did this as well, but I would have stood outside looking around, keeping watch while the civilians move into the tunnel.
There you go.
Okay, if you're keeping...
So,
oh, sorry,
exactly, taking the back of the group behind the civilian, going in at the end.
Yeah, in the time that you're ferrying the civilians in, yeah, nothing is happening right now. So you can get them in all without problem.
Okay. I'm going to shut the grate behind me and lock it again, and I'm going to place the keys at the bottom of the ladder and leave them there in case we need them.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a bit of a drop to the ladder.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe about 10-foot drop or so.
I guess I'll move them a bit further back so they're out of immediate sight.
When I see him drop the keys, I'm gonna say, remember the Castilian asked to have those back.
We need to make a quick escape. The first one through can grab them, though. I'll come back down for him in a minute, if need be.
I could grab them for you. I'll cast Mage Hand and wave at him.
I just simply wave at him. Yes, Delamain.
Can you even cast Mage at this point?
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip.
Oh, okay, sorry.
If you actually use your last spell slot for that's commitment to hand it to you. Wait, no, that wasn't supposed to be. Stop, Zach, you're rubbing off on me. Okay.
Let me give you a hand for
no,
that.
No, it's fine. Really, I don't need your pity.
Now I've got to hand it to you.
Okay. I've learned my lesson. I won't do it again. I promise.
Glad we could lend a hand.
So anyway, you guys go back into the keep, I imagine, at this point.
Yes.
Actually, before I end up going the ladder back up into the keep, I want to play the message on the rune. I'd assume Gwen would still be beside me at the time.
Right.
Zach's still carrying crate.
Okay, so Alpha, you follow the instructions on the room, and you you trace your fingers in the way that it describes. The message appears to be telepathic. You can hear it in your own head. Gwen, you can't hear this. It's a voice that you don't recognize, and you actually see the image of another half dragon. It's kind of like the one that you saw by the riverbank, but this seems built a little bit different. You can't really tell what its gender is, although its voice sounds feminine. And you just hear it say, "You have done very well this night. Ondaf has made me aware of your progress. Enough for now. Order your forces to retreat immediately and fall back from Greenest. We have what we came for, and so much more." And with that, the message ends.
Is it just Arthur that can hear that?
Only Arthur can hear that. It seems to be a telepathic message.
Was the visual seeable to anyone else?
No, you see this image in your head. It's like...
Alright, okay, yes, yeah, I follow you.
Yeah. So basically, from Gwen's perspective, you just seem to space out for maybe about 20 seconds.
Looking at the rune and not moving. Just watching to see what happens with him.
Yeah, from your perspective, you see nothing.
After it finishes, I look to Gwen. Well, it looks like they're pulling back, but doesn't explain the ones that are out front up top.
Oh, a magical message. I'll walk up and try and grab the rune out of his hand. Intriguing.
I'll lower it down, and I see. Did you not hear it?
No.
We heard nothing.
Nothing to hear.
A telepathic message. Interesting.
Well, at least we know it won't have gotten to anyone else then in that case.
What did it say?
It was giving praise to another, whoever the message was intended for, and then ordering the retreat of the forces around here.
The ones out in front clearly don't have that message.
Maybe we shouldn't have
Should
took
have
this.
been directed to the troops out front.
With that, I'll want to go back up and into the main camp.
Okay, in that case, do you guys all follow Arthur?
Can I carry this
Yes.
crate up the ladder?
Ooh, that's a good point. I'm not sure. It's a really small corridor. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's tight, but you just about get it. But
Maybe
you
we
would probably
can,
need.
we
Oh.
can do it with 2 people. Have one go up and
Yeah,
move
that
down.
would be a lot easier. I'm just gonna move this over to the
Yeah.
greenest map. Sorry, greenest map. This map.
I keep.
To the key map. Yeah, thank you, Zach.
Ah.
I've decided to make these guys visible now, just so I don't have to keep describing them.
What does that one look like?
Oh, sweet. We have what? What's that? A catapult? Trebuchet? Dude.
Not aware of that yet.
Okay.
You just came out of there, but... so what are you guys doing as you come out?
I will go straight back over towards Night Hill, I think.
That is Night Hill. He's talking to another gentleman at the
And the
moment.
dwarf.
The dwarf is currently over here by Marlow.
Yeah.
Or by Delman, I suppose. Anyway, as you were.
As I approach, I'll look towards where Delman was, given I gave him the rune. I bring that over.
Sort of like looking it over.
Oh, yes. We took this from one of the cultist folk. Instructions, it seems.
Okay. Nighthill raises an eyebrow at this and says, I'm afraid I'm not very well versed in the art of the arcane. Could you perhaps shed some light on what you've learned?
I'll look to Arthur.
Half-dragon folk was given instructions to pull back the forces here. It was giving praise to another, actually, name?
Did the
Mondath
civilians
tells
follow
me
us up, by the way?
Mondath,
There's
that...
the ahead of us. So.
It said that someone called Mondath has heard that they've been doing well, and that they pulled more than they thought they would from here.
I don't know these people by name, but when you mentioned being in purple, my forces... Things have been strange around here since you left. The dragon has broken position. He looks up, and
I'll immediately look up as he says
yeah,
that.
So, Delman, I would say that you would. So, even though it kind of looks level here, you see that the dragon's now over here. So, and Nighthill continues. It moved to that position shortly after you left, and it just seems to be stirring in that direction. I'm not really sure why.
Get the women and children somewhere safe.
Yes, of course. The Nihil just like
Well, if ours are in dirty, look for that.
okay, so
The civilians, you mean?
Fair enough.
The non-combatants.
Nihil acknowledges and motions to Castilian. Castilian, please escort these people to somewhere further within the keep where they'll be out of the way of the fighting. Castilian just nods and he leads the people away. Kind of
Put the
just
crate down near this door here or something.
As he goes, I also mentioned to Castilian, the keys are in the tunnel, just a little bit away from the ladder, in case you guys need to make a quick escape out the tunnel.
Ah, much obliged to you, lad. Ah, listen, I learned a thing or two from that ruffian you picked up. Ah, just let me finish this a couple of minutes and let you know what I've learned.
Thanks. Glad he was of some use.
Okay, Castilian heads off, and as he goes, Nihil continues this conversation with Delamain. Things have been very strange around here. There's been quite a lot of activity around sort of the western side of the base for the last few hours, but I don't know, around the time that you went to the temple, they seemed to get really agitated over something. About 8 of those creatures came over this way. There was a woman here, cropped black hair, also wearing a purple robe. Seemed to talk with a lizard man and another one in purple, blue scales. They had the drakes had treasure on their backs. The one with the black hair didn't seem at all pleased with the lizard. Those two have been arguing since. They dispatched quite a few of their forces to other parts of the town. He kind of like looks over to you, sort of constantly. Was that perhaps your doing?
We did make a bit of a mess over by the temple, so we could have ended up pulling some of them away.
Quite possible.
There was a large column that also left.
A large column, you say?
Yes. They headed south out of the town.
We saw that column as we were moving back. It delayed our return.
Well, considering what you had with you, I'm thankful that you decided to take the more prudent approach.
Did you say this happened as soon as we left here?
Shortly after, yes. It's moved around a little bit, but mostly it's been looking in that general direction. Kind of like... if like Nighthill's kind of like pointing towards the south of the town, not quite where you guys were, maybe a little bit more central.
This might actually not have been our most recent trip, but the one before. I'm assuming they might have discovered the civilians no longer in their possession.
Possibly.
The
We did
first
make
group
a quick
we
escape
brought
from
back-
there.
Actually,
the first group we brought back, they had them in cages.
that would actually make a lot of sense.
Maybe.
Castilian actually has a few things to discuss with you once he returns. He'll probably be a couple of minutes, but first of all, I'd like to show you something. Nighthill walks over this general direction and he motions to one of these ballistas up on the wall. We haven't really been able to do very much on account of that dragon, so we used the time wisely while its attention was elsewhere. The forces outside seem rather organized now, but they seem to be in disarray shortly after that altercation with those 3. So, yeah. What troubles me is that they seem to be moving out of town, but the dragon is still here. As much as it pains me to admit this, we may need to fight that thing. So I want to at least have a fighting chance, but I'm not sure if this is going to be anywhere near enough.
I would like to look it over and just generally see if I know exactly what sort of damage these things can do.
Okay. Probably investigation? Not quite sure what you do to check the readiness of the weapon, so I'll just make it that check.
Could I have advantage given my military background?
You know warfare, so yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, Arthur, you're actually quite impressed with the billmanship of these ballistas. You would say that any normal creature, this would probably be enough to take down the likes of an ambush drake in one shot. If its shot is dead on. Just
They're not
That's
half
a-
bad, these.
You think it has enough power to pierce a dragon scale?
If you
Probably
ask,
take a few cracks.
yeah. So Night Hill just continues. I'm really not sure. I mean, we've never fought a dragon before. I don't think many places in the south of Faerun has. But
Not many people tend to and live to survive to tell about it.
yes, true enough. But we worked very hard to get these up in time. But I wouldn't be surprised that now their forces are reconvening, they may notice these soon. I'd suggest that we discuss a plan of, and as Night Hill is finishing this conversation, Castilian comes back. He seems to be holding a bag of something, and he just kind of like is twirling it around, and he just kind of comes back to the middle of you guys and just goes, sorry to interrupt you there, Bernard. Castilian, what have I told you? You don't call me by my first name in front of guests. Right, sorry, you crackpot. Listen, we've got some interesting little tidbits from that guard out there. I won't waste your time going to the mill. Those guys you found? Yeah, they came from there. All you would have found if you went over there was just, more of these robed guys.
That's good to know.
Oh, sorry, that's...
Did he say what they are after?
Well...
A force of this size for mere riches? Seems unlikely.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, but, yeah, apparently all they're really here for is just treasure, all for the great Hoard. He said he didn't really seem to be that enthusiastic about it. Probably just a mercenary.
Maybe we should have kept both of them alive. My bad. I look towards Delamain.
Now you mention it, actually. On account of the extra firepower we had after you guys brought those civvies back, we managed to send a few guys out there to the site, and you guys didn't really notice it up to this moment, but he motions over to the ground over here. You can see that there's some bodies on the ground. Upon, I won't even say that you need investigation to check. These seem to be the bodies of the cultists that you fought near the convoy.
Mm-hmm.
And Castilian just continues to report. We tried to go over there if see if there was anything else, but yeah, just abandoned.
Had they moved the cart away?
No, it just it looked like quite a scene. I assume you fought these guys.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, with that, Castilian is going to actually acknowledge the bag that he's being carrying. I fetched these from the basement. Might come in handy. So,
I will look into the bag.
So, you look into the bag, and there seem to be an assortment of rocks.
I look back up at him. They might be handy how?
Well, you see, this is the thing. This is the thing, lad. They're distraction rocks. But Nighthill looks visibly worried at this. And he goes, Castilian?
What's so distracting about rocks? I just like squat down and stare at him.
Castilian, where did you find those? We found them in last shipment from last. Yes, Castilian. Whose shipment did we get that from? Well, we got it from Nub, Castilian. We got them from Nub, and they are temperamental, to say the least. Well, what can I tell you, Bernard? Castilian. Right. Sorry, Governor. Well, I figured we're pretty desperate, and I don't reckon these little toys of yours are going to stand up to much punishment. Probably need something to draw the beastie away if he gets excited. Nighthill kind of just puts his fingers between his eyes and just takes a long sigh and just goes, "Ooh, if this was any other situation, I would wring your neck right now, but unfortunately, I feel you may be right."
To distract Governor Nighthill from his distress with his Castilian, because I'd like to know, I'm going to ask him, with the 2 groups we brought back, and do you have any idea how many more civilians are outside? How many more people are in the town?
Okay, so at this point, Nighthill will just sort of like take his hand away from his face, and he will gladly welcome this distraction and look towards Gwen, and he just says, "The 2 places I marked in the map were the 2 most likely locations for civilians to congregate. What's odd, however, Castilian, I'll take over your report from here if you don't mind. I don't particularly want to hear another word from you right now. The mandate was not to take people. The guard actually seemed rather surprised. The mission was literally just to take everyone, to just take gold. Apparently there was some on the cart, but when our men got there, they didn't seem to find anything. It was perhaps carried off, but no, there's many of the small businesses in town have cellars, so the people have likely retreated into those by now. It has been about 6 hours at this point. I'd say that we've done all we can, but you say that you saw them retreating out of town, correct?
We saw a long train retreat out of town, yet there are still ones surrounding us.
I can only think that they perhaps want the riches from within here, but we're not that affluent. And just Nighthill kind of like just looks around again. A force of this size, it's really unnecessary. I'm not really sure why they're still here, but I'm not really sure what to make of all this. As Nighthill is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I believe we have brought back between 75 and 80 people now in total?
Yes, I would imagine that if there's any... He kind of like looks
there's
over
about
to Castilian.
80 or maybe 85 with the family. Something of that order?
You
No,
have-
I'm sorry, I'm asking DM.
Oh, so you're asking me?
To check my
I
numbers.
beg your pardon, sorry. Yes, I think I said 30 people in the first, 45 in the second, plus 3.
35 plus.
It's about 78, I believe, in total. 45, 30, and 3.
Okay.
Well, yeah, my maths. Zach will correct me if my maths is wrong, but it's somewhere in that range. But
Why me?
because you're the counting guy. That is a...
Don't worry, I'm the math teacher.
Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, Castilian... Oh, sorry, Nighthill turns to Castilian and just goes, I would imagine that considering how many people Sasha has treated this evening, we may not have the capacity to bring back more right now. The inside of the keep is getting pretty full as well, in addition to the guards. Okay, so...
I was asking mainly to see if there's also might have an effect on how we try to proceed.
On how to proceed. No, the civilian...
On how to strategize at this point.
Okay,
Like, getting him to think about that. Is there anything we can do, or we better should not do, because there are still people outside in the town?
Yeah, Nighthill sort of is taking your point and listening to everything you're saying, and he's kind of just thinking at this point. His attention seems to be more on the dragon, but as he starts to open his mouth to say something else, you hear a commotion coming over the wall over here. It seems to be 2 creatures. I would say that you you kind of recognize the voices, but you'd probably have to get a little bit closer to see what's going on. This catches Nighthill sort of off guard, and he just goes, "Ah, damn it! I'm wondering if they've noticed the ballistas." Nighthill sort of goes up the stairs here, kind of just sort of peering over the wall, and yeah, I mean, obviously you guys can see these tokens, but you can actually see these two arguing now. So, do any of you guys follow Nighthill up?
I would follow Nighthill.
Also.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so as you guys get to the top of the stairs, again, it's the same lizard and dragonborn that you saw earlier on, and you just hear the following conversation. Ah, what's wrong, Rama? Did Mondath put you in your place after you lost all of that cargo? If you hadn't insisted on leaving incompetent guards alone with it, we would have been able to get both them and the cargo. And yes, Rama, don't you remember whose idea it was to bring the cargo back by ambush, Drake? That was me. And we recovered it. The people were immaterial. You must realize that now. But frankly, we have larger problems. Motioning to the ballistas on the wall. And then the two actually turn to see Nighthill and you guys on the top of the wall. The blue dragonborn steps forward and just goes, "It would seem that you've taken some extra precautions against us." It would have been
Would you not in the same situation?
Oh no, I would. But you see, we can't really have you interfering with what we're doing here. It would have been over, you know. Just another couple of hours. But here we are. You're trying to resist.
You could always simply leave with what you've got before less of you leave.
Well, you see, here's the thing. I'm not sure if this was you or someone else, but you've put me in a rather good mood. So I'm willing to make you a deal. He's kind of just looking at you, up with you for a response, waiting for you to take the bait.
I just kind of tilt my head to the side, as if I'm wanting to listen, hear him out, kind of thing. But I'm not actually saying anything back.
Yeah, I think he can kind of pick up on your curiosity. Very well. I'm in a good...
Whilst he does that, I would also like to gesture to Delman, to the ballista, behind my back. Actually, no, just down by my waist. I'd assume that he won't be able to see that from his sight.
You want me to go to the blaster? Okay.
Yeah, this is to be ready on it.
I'm going to say, Arthur, because this guy's looking straight at you, I want you to roll...
I'm above him now.
Oh, you're above him?
Remember, if we're looking down at him from on the...
Oh, you kind of like signaling
I'd assume that it wouldn't... Yeah,
something?
tickling him with my hand as well.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Sorry, continue.
Okay, so the blue dragon ball continues. You see, me and my compatriots here have had a little bit of a squabble, shall we say. I'm not sure if this was you, although considering that no one else, kind of looking to the other guards on the wall, seemed to be even remotely capable of holding a bow, I would assume that you caused the problem at our little convoy. You inadvertently helped settle an argument that we were having, so I'm in a rather good mood. I haven't had a chance to do anything all evening. So, one of you, pointing to basically you guys as a group, come down here and fight me. 1-on-1. This has not been sport. This has been corralling lambs, shoving them down into cellars, taking whatever we please. I have been itching for a fight all evening, and frankly, you are the only 5 that look like you could even try to contend with me.
Looks like Whisperer is that kid him good?
Hmm. Can we have time to contemplate your offer?
Yeah, he just puts his hand on his chin. You have 5 minutes, not a moment more. If I don't hear from you, he motions to the dragon in the sky, he will be having words. Oh, and before you go, I would like to offer an additional incentive. The Dragonborn motions to the lizard behind him, and he kind of walks behind this tree. He sort of brings a sort of like a mother and 2 sons, or what you assume would probably be a mother and 2 sons, from behind the tree. Nighthill seems to recognize these people. Oh God, that's Sergeant McGuff's family. He's been looking for them all evening.
Under my breath, how to say shit.
And the Dragonborn just goes, It would seem that I have your attention then. As I said, 5 minutes. Not 1 moment more. Okay. And
I finished so I can say yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You blimped out for a second. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, did I blip out for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, he
I assume you said 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, not 1 moment more. Okay, and Cliff, yeah, sorry, Pam, I didn't see your message, I'm sorry. But yeah, are you guys happy to end it though?
No.
Oh, but that's where it's going to end.
At least the guy didn't get away this time while we were trying to kill him.
Yeah, this is true.
One quick question before we end: Are these ballista already loaded?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
I will let you know that much since you stood so near one. At least the one you're near. You haven't had time to check the others, but this one is.
Okay.
One quick thing before we go.
Mm-hmm.
If we defeat you, the dragon is called off permanently.
If you can defeat me, then yes. Sure.
I also looked at the other lizard for this.
The other lizard kind of just looks disinterested. He actually seems to think that he's wasting time, but he looks a bit browbeaten, so he's just letting him talk.
Right.
So, puny wizard man good.
Oh, actually, sorry, I know we want to end the Dragon Ball will just say one more thing. Incidentally, if you have any notions about attacking me or the dragon or my men prematurely, I will slit their throats while you watch. Am I understood?
Understood.
Okay, and I'm going to end the session now unless anyone has any objections.
Objection! Phoenix
Overruled.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Fair enough. Okay. So I think it was going to be a shorter stream today, just on account of us starting later. But hopefully, once again, everyone enjoyed, and you guys enjoyed likewise. So, yep. So it is goodbye from me, and goodbye from everyone else, and we shall speak to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.